Tryon, North Carolina, Wednesday, about noontime, 56 degrees. The fog is finally cleared and it's supposed to clear up and get a little warmer. We're really thankful to be up here. We did receive a very sad phone call a few minutes ago for those of you that were members of Bell Shoals Baptist Church, or for those of you that were members of Southside Baptist Church. Many of you probably remember Nell and Bryce Kitchens, whose mother and father were the Whittles, who belonged to Southside and been friends of ours for over 40 years. Bryce Kitchens is near death. We've received a phone call from the family just a few minutes ago, and they say it could be hours or it could be a day or two, but no more than that. And several weeks ago, the family asked me if I would do the funeral should he pass, and I've agreed to do that. So we may be going down there soon to do Bryce's funeral. But many of you remember what a kind and gentle man he was, and what a good man he was, and how fine that Christian family was. And he will be greatly missed. So pray for Nell and for the children as they go through this difficult time. We're in Romans chapter 15. And Paul says, you're able to admonish one another. That's a difficult thing. I'd hate to think what would happen if someone went into the church where you are and started admonishing some of the other members. Nobody likes to be corrected. Nobody likes to be rebuked or told that they're not doing exactly what they should. And so admonishing is not an easy thing to take. However, Paul has reminded them not only are they able to admonish each other, but that he's been able to do that. He's had to do that in this letter to the Romans, and that he has had to, with boldness, tell them the thing that they're doing wrong, one of which is not ministering to the Gentiles, still finding this separation between the Gentiles and themselves. And he's had to admonish them for it. And he recognizes one of the reasons that he's been delayed in coming to Rome, even though that's where he wants to be, has been that God has more work for him to do where he is and with the Gentiles. And he recognizes this is the reason for the delay. You know, God always has reasons. We don't always understand his delays, but he always has reasons for his delays. And his way is always best. Something for us to think about, isn't it? Well, as he is closing, pretty much the next two chapters are closing the book of Romans. He's closing the book of Romans, and he says, I urge you by Christ Jesus, the love of the Spirit, to strive together in prayer, that I might continue to minister to you, and that you might be able to continue to minister to others. And he says, I pray that the God of peace will be with you. The God of peace. I want to stop there for just a moment and say, do you know that God of peace? Are you troubled today? Worried? Angry? Bitter? What's keeping you from having a peace today? You see, it's very clear to me that somehow when we don't have a peace, it means we've kind of drifted away from God. Maybe it's time for us to just withdraw for a little bit, just for a few minutes even. Talk to him about our problems, our troubles, our worries, our anger. Get back in touch with the God of peace, and let his peace that passes all understanding be back in your heart again, because you've talked to him, because you know he can be trusted, and because you know that there's always the presence of God if we just ask him for it. And that will bring us a peace, even in the midst of trouble and trouble. I hope that you'll have a great day today. It's your thought for the day. May the God of peace be with you.